pick. Team Spirit already banning out that Fanny. Alter Ego really saying that, you know what, Team Spirit is pretty strong in the side lane, so let's make sure the picks are limited.
And Fanny, Zushin, Valentina, Esmeralda. Do they want to get rid of the Uranus on top of everything else? That could leave up a Grok at some point. Anything else that we need to take into consideration? Kalia, of course, also getting banned out for the side of AE.
Yep, you're looking at Alex Hero Pool. He has played Grok twice, won both times. So Team Spirit, they have that option, but also if they let it through, then you're playing with the whole Sora, Claude, Freya trio in gold.
Might just happen again. It might just happen again.
Or Leo Morris.
Oh yeah, okay,
There it is. Nope, not letting that happen.
So what, first pick Grok here?
the way that they're setting up is saying Sora, but I don't know. In
I
that
go
game,
Grok.
yeah, I feel like Grok not only gives you a lot of prio, but they go for the Eve. Quite interesting first pick here.
Okay, I mean, regardless, Eve does pretty decently into the Grok. Oh, you tech charge? I dropped the real world manipulation to stop the follow-up, even though I'm not able to kind of like tap on my screen for a little bit. But now, the response coming in from the side of Team Spirit, the Khalid alongside with the Freya. If we don't see a match of energy here from the side of AE, especially against this Khalid, they can basically get away with any mid laner, even if it's like Selena for all intents and purposes.
So now, honestly, with having this kind of opener, it kind of seems like Team Spirit wants Alter Ego to pick up that Sora, and then maybe they will have kind of the same problem where they don't have enough damage. I feel like Sora might be the pickup for Alter Ego, but then what's next? Do they want to pick up Alex Hero now, or make sure you get like a Yi Sun Shin so he doesn't get backed out later on?
I think they have to pick Alex's hero. The Yi Sun Shin is kind of give and take, honestly. This means that for the side of TS, they see exactly what they want to do. They have a potential answer to whatever comes out into the gold lane. They have multiple threats to attack the real world manipulation. Now it's a matter of how do we make sure that this Grok can't do whatever it wants? How do we tax it?
They should pick K-Bomba's hero here. Or, given that there are so many options like Alice, Lapu-Lapu, Uranus, maybe let it through? Don't bother with it just yet, because you see a Yi Sun Shin, you want to counter with Uranus. They let it go. They pick their mid first. All right, they're matching range with range. Kimmy into the Eve.
Okay. I think the Kimmy is kind of okay. It's a little dangerous, but it's more lane-oriented more than anything else, right? I think there are certain expectations of the side laners, and especially for Sawo to actually use that Raging Sandstorm to cancel out the RWM as soon as possible, but the tech charge is always going to be the problem. I want to see if AE is even considering putting Nino on anything else other than the Sora, arguably Arlet, arguably even the Yuzong at this point, because now you've got some valid targets, and I think the CC is going to be extremely important to keep this Freya down.
Is it weird for me to say for Alter Ego, I kind of want them to get a hero that can dive, but not dive too hard. Because I kind of feel like sometimes they just overextend. Like, for example, I feel like Lapu is safe enough. Something like a Yuzong is kind of like all in. If you're in a bad spot, it's like, well, what to do?
Give him Benedetta then. Give him Benedetta. It's one of the few heroes that you can like really overheat with and then kind of just get out whenever you feel like it. Another option that you can...
It's bad. You know what? I respect it. I respect it a lot.
Is there the follow-up with... I mean, Esme is already gone, so that's all the fixed sandbags out of the way. Do they get rid of Sora at this point?
If Team Spirit are ready for it, then maybe it's time to give Kid Bomba that Yuzong. Just, you know, put Alter Ego up against the wall and say, we're going to match point if you can't solve this.
Actually,
it's just phobias. That's it, no?
I think that Lapu is probably better in that in this particular situation. The anti-CC is really, really good against the tech charge, and more importantly, that way it opens up options for Freya to not necessarily participate in the fight, right? You can use Lapu as a means to show face first, ban out the Yuzong, lock in the Lapu. I like this.
Desperately needs.
It would be interesting if AE bans the Lapu and just be like, all right, let's see who has a deeper hero pool.
I wouldn't do that against Kid Bomba. There's so many things left out there for him. Real quick, let me take a peek, take a gander.
I would choose my own.
Yep. So you pick up the Lapu here, right?
Yeah, Kid Bomba still has a glue. Valentina has been banned out.
steal Sora.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there are quite a few options here. There is the option of just taking your jungler now and then saving the last pick to potentially counter whatever Alter Ego wants to pick up. But they ban out the Arlet. I wonder what actually Nino wants, because if the Sora is open, I feel like they might just default to that.
Come on, please. Give Nino, like, I don't know, Benedetta. That would be so sick. This is like the perfect situation where you might actually want it, but they're going to take the Sora. Okay, so now that he doesn't have Sora, come on. Come on, Nino. Give him the signature. Freya Kimi.
CC Lapu-Lapu.
Yeah.
Glue.
CC Lapu, Glue, or maybe if, I'm not sure about the Phobias, but they might be thinking of that as well. Have a CC and then just have someone that can kind of frontline.
I don't mind the Phobias, but we're going to see a lot of the time. The Phobias is like, oh, I'm holding, I'm slowing them down, I'm making sure that it's difficult to get in and out of the fight, and then you realize, like, where's the rest of my team? Oh no, I can't run away. He's highly dependent on everybody else to kind of get him in and out of situations.
All right, now the timer is going down. We'll see what will be the final picks here. They pick up the Phobias as well as the CC. So now what is going to be the jungler here? They're going to be picking up an assassin. We got to look forward to see how the Grok as well as the Phobias kind of push that away.
Wait.
Boxia open.
Boxia and Fred is open.
Yep. This is a lineup that can afford a utility, I think.
Do you just go Boxia? What's the better peeler? I feel like Fredrin's the better peeler, but Boxia kind of opens up the early game a little bit more.
Boxia's fast enough. Make that Isenshin's life a little harder. Because again, Yasmik is already in his head. He didn't really get to play much as the Guinevere, so...
Well, right now they locked it in. It looks like it's going to be the Harley.
Wow.
Oh! You know what? Shout out to M7 really putting Harley on the map here, being used by multiple different junglers.
Wait, not once, I believe, if I'm right, has One Shot done this. At least on M7.
I mean, I'm curious to see which build he goes for. Is he going to follow the TNZ style of play where it's auto attack based and then you start building up leads with brute force breastplate? Or is it just more of mega, just blow up one guy, get out of there, pray for the best with the rest of your team?
Yeah, right now I'm looking at Sunset Lover picking up that Purify. It's going to be dangerous, going to be able to cleanse the knockout, but either way, thank you very much, gentlemen. But now we're throwing it over to our casters for game number 2.
Game number 2 is on the way between Team Spirit and Alter Ego. We are jumping into this game and we were surprised by that last pick One Shot brought to us. So I'm going to ask you, Trix, what are your thoughts about this pick?
I mean, at this point, Harley feels good, especially against something like the YSS where you can get the playoffs. It fits a composition where you want to try to get ganks early on, and we do know that in the last game, Eco had a little bit of trouble against RP, so I'm expecting to see One Shot attack these off lanes early on, quickly, look for pickoffs and give their offlaners an advantage.
Yep, I feel like there are just so many ways for you to help One Shot in terms of pressuring Alter Ego, just diving right onto Hijume and those other heroes you could expect to be in a bit more safer position, and that includes Yasuke. But at least for Alter Ego though, I think the Grok Eve 2 is such a commendable duo you have to consider in the mid lane. But looking at the emblem so far, is there anything you'd want to point out?
I mean, the pull together from Hijume, plus the cooldown, we're looking to be able to use these skills as much as possible to keep on moving. On the other side, Team Spirit, I mean, nothing too out of question. Sunset Lover looking for damage, looking for items as quick as possible. My major focus on this is really going to be Kid Bomba and Nino in that boss side, and then RP on the top side as well. I think in the past we kind of questioned the CC up against the Freya, but I do think in laning phase, at least it doesn't get bullied exactly. It does lose on the rotation maybe a little bit, but at least it can hold its own against it because you can kite back. It's not going to be as good as the Esmeralda was, but hopefully, as long as we see RP do things like he's doing now, cutting the lane whenever Hiko does, he can get involved in the fights quickly.
Yeah. Now that's a turtle that's going to spawn. We see that Hiko will actually join the fight.
Yeah, just get some poke. Oh my god, down below. Magic trick coming down, Nino! is going to get taken out. One shot's the one that gets first blood. Now the shocker on Zawo. Yazuki with the response instantly. Bamba goes straight onto Yazuki, who's still able to escape, gets the killing spree as well, and Bamba flickers out.
Yeah, I think the last time we saw Bamba on the Sora, there were a lot of highlights.
And this is exactly what I was talking about. One Shot's going to look for those off lanes quickly within the first few minutes, get these pickoffs, and we're already seeing him do it. He's able to help get the kill on Nino, and who better to give an advantage in their lane to than Kid Bamba, especially on something. I'm glad we get to see him on the Sora. Instead of throwing it into the gold lane, we get to see Kid Bamba on something a little bit more aggressive. I'm excited to see how he ends up doing it.
Purify out. RP with the curtain call comes around, and that's a kill over. Meanwhile, One Shot really trying to go for those flanks.
Yeah, it's Hijume who he got to target, but the damage doesn't seem to be enough just yet. And going back, I think Team Spirit have done such a great job at either shutting down Nino for the past 2 games. Game number 1, it felt as if whenever he went in with the Sora, there wasn't anything that came out much of it. And now that he's on a Phobius who died immediately even before first turtle, that's going to be a huge advantage for Team Spirit once again.
So what, is Kid Bamba going into Oracle up front? We've seen a lot of different builds on the Sora.
Yeah, he is.
Looks like he's going to go into Oracle first. I mean, you could do like the Sanford hybrid build, the Oheb hybrid build, and a lot of teams have been, some teams have just been going full tank in the EXP lane with Kid Bamba. So I'm excited, is he going to take the aggressive route or the more bulky route?
Yeah, I think he might take the more bulky route just because he has more carries this time around, right? One shot on the Harley as well as Sunset Lover, not on utility, on the carry pick, but the Kimi pick, but Hiko. He's going for the normal build now, dude. Doesn't need to, you know, endure any more of that crazy laning phase. He's going for Corrosion side.
Yeah, much better matchup now. Not much attention towards him just yet too. And also with the Vengeance, I feel like there's a lot more ways for him to just sustain the attempts that Alter Ego could potentially do overall. But now, there's 10 seconds before we see the next objective. And it seems that so far, at least they can rely on Sabo, but Hiko.
Yep, just a trade here. Battle for the gold crab. And it's Hiko again who wins it, gets the Corrosion side too, and that's it.
RP just picked up the War Axe, should start, meaning he can actually start chunking a little bit, especially on some of the tankier heroes on the side of Team Spirit. I feel like many times we've kind of been iffy about the CC, but every time, if it gets to late game, CC can really pack a punch, especially against people like Kid Bamba, people like Sawo. So Alter Ego, even though they're not exactly pushing hard in this early game, there is potential. Both teams have some scaling opportunity when we go to the end.
Remember, there's no Vengeance on RP. He's able to cut away, pops in a sprint in time. Hiko doesn't have enough range to go on it. On a shot company. Now what? Bamba assassinating Yazuki. Now they fall under the RVM, but Sawo is able to heal up for such a long time. Sawo!
Great recoveries. Alex still alive. Kid Bamba goes down, and look at those attempts. Nino still alive too.
Poker trick, not enough. Sunset Lover goes back in, has to pop in a Purify to cut away. The barrier almost close enough. One shot comes around now. Hiko dies him a Blackbird descent over on Hijume.
Wait, RP still doesn't recall. He tries to help, and will it be worth it?
Big dunk onto Hiko by Nino with the Infernal Pursuit and one shot. With Sunset Lover, we're still trying to get the turtle, sneaking it under Alter Ego.
Both teams still looking for the second turtle here. One shot was too far up top, and Alter Ego trying to take advantage.
One shot on the back line, completely zoned. Nino jumps in, Yazuki able to secure the turtle. And now it's Sawo holding the ground. It's the damage from Yazuki and RP.
Yep, Nino zoned out the other members too, but RP might just go down next. Sunset Lover with his range reach. Traction pulse, but he still survives. Yazuki too trying to fight back, but there's an RWM to help him finish the kill.
Now we're seeing some of the lack of possibilities with a hero like the Harley. You get one big shot, you get one cycle. We were talking a lot about cycling yesterday, Mirko, with skills. Once that's it, he can't do much. He has to back off, and at that point it's a 5v4, to whereas in these second, third turtles, Yasuke can re-engage, come back, re-engage, come back, and continues to output damage.
That's why Alter Ego built this composition after watching what Team Spirit did to them last game. It's like, all right, Team Spirit are looking for like crazy team fights, so we're actually good at this in MPLID. We're actually good at going for these chaotic compositions, so why don't we get the Phobius? Long team fight, cycle of skills, trying to get past the Spirit cycle.
Yeah, and it feels like this lineup itself kind of makes Team Spirit surprisingly a bit more passive in terms of gameplay. Yet you do see the attempts from One Shot but that's the tech charge already forced out of Alec. Oh, down bottom though!
Wow. He gets out. That is surprising. I thought for sure he's going to be picked off, but he has to burn out the flicker and Alter Ego get a free turret.
The damage is actually getting through Hijume somehow. So at least it's a bit clear who Team Spirit might want to really go after during these kinds of scenarios. That was also the flicker that was forced out, so that could be big.
I mean, at this point, Alter Ego Esports feel comfortable, though. Taking a look at the items once again. Kid Bomba did lock in the Oracle. Might be looking for a little something different after that. On the other side, we already have Hunter Strike and going into Endless Battle for Yasuke. So big damage on that side. The only one ahead right now in Team Spirit is Sawo, and it's barely anything. The gold lead is in all the right hands, I feel like, for Alter Ego.
Yeah, at least they'll get that turret down bottom, though, and they can gradually set up for the coming objective, but they're getting poked so well. The range is no joke that you get to see from Alter Ego, and even the jumps coming in from Nino. They know that they're still in the purple buff.
Yep. Wave in the bottom lane already pushed in. Hiko, he was trying to go up top to go for the wave, but Team Spirit are recalling him back. I don't know, a bit indecisive there. Hesitation from Hiko going back and forth.
All right, so Team Spirit, how do they need to approach this? I think you take your time. Maybe you look for the pickoff with one shot. Hiko now making his way down, so they might be able to force something. But unless they can lock down Yasuke or Hijume, Alter Ego Esports gonna have a free time.
On a shocker, that's gonna be the tectonic charge landing on the back line. One shot taken out of the equation. Now it's Bomba with a 3-man knockup. Mount Shocker locks Hiko down as he's able to pop in defendants and running away. Now Nino in for the pursuit constantly as Sawo, Raging Sandstorm's back. Arfi gonna go for it as Bomba is still able to survive.
Bomba, he cannot survive. Sunset Lover surprisingly still alive though, but Sawo now on his 4th death in this game, not looking too good for Team Spirit, and Alter Ego takes the free Lord.
Hiko, once he knew it was over, I'm hightailing it back up to the gold lane. Maybe I got to push, maybe I got to do something, but I am out of here, which I think overall was a good play. Team Spirit, even when they're losing, they know when to call it off. They're not exactly overcommitting. This should have been too major here. Alex going to back off, but still, my major problem is one shot off. Hold on.
On the shocker, Yasuki's taking a lot of damage there. Arfi looking for flank all alone now, gets caught by Kid Bomba. Hiko's still there in the back as Nino goes in together with a tech charge of Alec to pick him up. Meanwhile, Arfi shut down by Bomba. One shot on Nino. Gonna go for the poker trick. Just in a bit. Jumps in forward. That's the Dark Wave! Nino!
2-man Dark Wave, and they're still trying to go for it. Nino surprisingly still alive after all that. That's Arfi for Hiko.
A 1-for-1 trade might, I mean, it's good for Team Spirit, especially with Lord
big shutdown
in. It will be quicker for Hiko to help defend than it will be for Alter Ego to get the push in, right? Alter Ego, in my mind, try to break through something in the mid. Try to find some sort of big play. Team Spirit
1v1
in a safe spot.
Bomba goes to the skies. Yuzuki says, all right. That's enough.
That's
hero
with a bit too much
sir.
dashes. Yes, that's enough. And Team Spirit will get to take care quickly of this Lord, not sacrificing too much of their outer turrets, but still you could feel the damage already coming in. Alter Ego. Oh, Nino. So brave with all those flickered dark waves.
Yeah, he loves that, man. And in Indo, at least in Season 16, when it was still the Phobius meta, he had the most picks on Phobius.
So
that's the signature
thing, yeah. Oh,
Arfi, what? Oh, he's taking a whole deadly magic. Oh my god, he survives for a bit, but Bomba takes him down. Now gets caught with a mountain shock, but Hiko's jumping in as well. Orange buff taken by Hiko. Now it's Alec looking for the play. Has a tech charge, Dark Wave landing on Hiko. They can't find the barrier just yet. And that's the tech charge from Alec.
And now Nino jumping in onto the backline to Sawa with the flicker raging sandstorm, catches 2. Alec with the flicker out still survives, but under the turret, Sawa does not.
And Alter Ego are forced back. Team Spirit, they defend with the help of the Holy Shield.
Yeah, but I wonder what the call was for Arfi at that moment. He went 1v1.
Just got nuked.
One shot.
So at this point, but Alter Ego still I mean, it wasn't the type of turnaround where Team Spirit now equalizes the gold. Alter Ego still holding strong.
But it's deja vu, Trex. Like, the same thing is happening. Yes, the lead isn't changing by much, but Team Spirit are delaying to get to the item power spikes.
Yeah.
The third item just gets in for Hiko. Is that the one that mattered? He can finally start playing. A lot of this is going to come down to how one shot. I've been talking about one shot the whole time on this Harley, and I really want to keep honing it in. It's going to be about how he approaches these Lord fights.
Yeah.
The timing.
The Vine Glaive, there you go.
Vine Glaive finally does come in, but he needs to pick and choose on timing, because if he comes in like he's a YSS too early on, then they blow their chance at the retribution, right?
One shot.
But he might find someone here.
He was able to almost kill Arfi.
Magic and a poker trick now. The hat trick coming down. Nope. He jumps away from the curtain call. Oh my God, one shot gonna be there. Nino goes for the trade. Sawo now caught in the dark wave. Up top, what happened? Ego just fell. Meanwhile, in for the pursuit from Nino. Hijime gonna go for the chase as well as Nino tries his best to get closer. Bomba jumps onto the brick wall. That's the brick wall. That's Grok.
Yeah.
Alec is the brick wall.
It's a 1-4-2 though.
Built like a brick wall.
Alter Ego definitely have the upper hand here.
Yeah,
One
they just
shot's
rush.
not there.
They have to just rush the Lord here. No retribution for one shot, and they have enough of a brick wall to stop Team Spirit from trying to come in. Another Lord marching down. This time they need to take the approach a little bit differently. You can't have someone getting a one shot by one shot on your way in to knock on the door. If Alter Ego can take this one a little bit slower, there's a better chance of pushing through an inhibitor.
Yeah, because earlier it did feel like they could deal with Arfi, or at least put him down to a significantly low HP. I'm not certain if he already has in some of the stacks, or if he does even have the Sky just yet, but this is going to be a siege that Team Spirit definitely has to defend.
Yep. Lord charge to the mid lane. Sawo trying to hold the angle. Dark Wave on two with Void Blast as well, but Nino holds the Infernal Pursuit. Doesn't want to go in too aggressive. Mid lane baser already cracking. Dark Wave coming out with the real world inflation as well. Sawo is able to walk up, just zoning them though. That's another base turret, and it's the far lane. So Alter Ego, they got what they want. They back away.
Not even going to force that turret down bottom. They didn't deal with the waves just yet. That's literally what they wanted. Alex still not letting go of this though. Will get revealed by the Magic Sentry.
He doesn't even care.
If he
He's
doesn't.
part of that push now.
Oh,
Listen,
one shot
he can
cares.
take this to his face though. It's not a problem. He's a bulky boy. He's a tanky guy right now.
It's a brick wall.
He's a brick wall right now, and a couple of cards aren't going to go through. Alter Ego, though, with this, they played it much safer than last time. They back off. They don't need to push in. They're just holding position.
Traction pulse actually threads the needle there.
Okay, such a close call. It seems like they still actually might want this turret down bottom though.
Yeah, they really do. Ego has to use it defensively. The Valkyrie descent, but Alec! Oh no, he goes for the tech charge, way too aggressive. Ego! Turns it around on Yazuke with a vengeance, and he gets a double!
Kid Bomba with a set!
Just when I was hyping him up. Just when I was hyping him up for not going too deep and backing
You don't need to do that anymore, Trex. Welcome to my world. The curse is real.
That's only the second time we see Yazuke, or the first time we see Alec go down after playing such a phenomenal game on this Grok.
Now he's 1-1-1-1.
Now he's 1-1-1-1. Did he have the immortality earlier already? Or
He did, it got popped, and then his health bar got popped on top of
Grok
it.
still has the immortality, yeah.
It's on cooldown though.
Down.
Oh,
One shot.
Now looking for the entry.
That is so big. Flicker on the eve. Sawo can just Radiant Sandstorm. Are they really going to use these resources on him?
I mean, it's 25 seconds till Lord. I think it's a decent play into position, right?
I never realized Sao was on a 0-6 stat line already.
Yes.
It seems like
had a rough one.
Yeah, he's always getting bursted down by Alter Ego here.
You know.
This is the second Khalid game. He played Khalid last time too, didn't he?
Yep. Now he's 0-6-7.
6-7.
I didn't even read the last number, but
It goes 3-4. You know 3 + 4 is, right?
7.
7.
And what's 1 + 2 + 3? That sounds like levers, KD.
1 + 6.
6.
Okay.
So
That's-
Sunset Lover plus Hiko is?
Sunset Lover plus Hiko is 6. 7?
Yes.
Yes,
Exactly.
there you go.
Well done.
Third Lord of the
That's
game, by
hard.
the way.
That's hard.
Okay, okay, okay.
Third Lord of the game.
Oh, what is he doing? Okay.
Opal is unhappy.
Okay, okay. Anyway, I do feel like Team Spirit will be a bit unhappy with this too. They lost the Lord, weren't even able to contest just because Sawo wasn't available to help them get some information. It's one shot. It might be a bit more difficult for him to find the right angles this time around.
Can we talk about how Yasuke has 3,600 more gold?
Yeah, it's tough as a Harley.
Matter at this point. It doesn't really matter at this point, but still, it's a pretty insane number right there.
Hold on, Alec.
The side.
Oh my God, Alec! What a tech charge! Finding one shot now. Sao with raging sensor backwards. Hiko and Bomba goes in over on Nina, but able to survive. Hiko already using a vengeance kit. Bomba will fall.
That's a counter engage that was unsuccessful for Team Spirit. Now 1 by 1, they're going down. It's only Sunset Lover and Hiko who's still trying to fight.
That's gonna be the kill over to Sunset Lover. Hiko losing immortality. RP still there. Yasuke will go forward with Traceless. Now it's Sunset Lover over on Nino, and Yasuke goes over the base. That's the immortality bomb with Alter Ego. Equalize in the best of 5. 1-1.
After a rough first game, Alter Ego equalized the score 1-1. And honestly, Team Spirit didn't make it easy on him. Alter Ego definitely had to work for that one. They made less mistakes than last time, and because of that, they were able to close this game out in a very clean fashion. Per usual, it looks like we could be going the long haul, guys.
Yeah, I am pretty sure we are not gonna go home early today. And I'm also pretty sure that one death that the Grok had was immediately taken back after that game-ending play he did towards One Shot. They need not worry about One Shot anymore during that moment because he was the first to go down and everything else followed for Alter Ego. It was, I can't even recall if the Lord was already there by then, but that's a lot to talk about, so we'll be taking a quick look at the highlights first, so yeah.
The tech charge does come in as Lord is marching in, so they kill One Shot at the perfect time, essentially. A beautiful conceal play up into the top. And we're seeing that even with Kid Bomba trying to get these big plays, trying to suspend them, like delay the attack as much as possible, just wasn't enough. At this last moment, I was a little worried, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Alter Ego put it all in, like, listen, we're ending this here, we're all dying no matter what.
I heard what you were saying, not like this.
All on the line, bro.
It's all on the line. So I think we need to hear what our panelists have to say about this game.
First of all, I was in case you guys aren't convinced that the panel and casters were not good at numbers, just watch back them counting that KDA. I was like, bro,
How? How did we even get to those numbers?
yeah. It is what is it, but we're talking about this game here, and this time Alter Ego, not gonna lie, there were some moments where we're like, wait, are they gonna give the game back over to Team Spirit? But no, they were able to control their composure, control the map again, and then finally ending it more concisely.
Yeah, they had to lock in, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of moments there. Really, really scrappy, really, really messy, sometimes with no direction whatsoever. But then you notice that there is a specific sequence that needed to happen, and I think that Team Spirit figured it out towards the end there, but it was just too late, especially when the tech charge connected against One Shot.
Yeah, their margin for error was so small, much smaller than that of Alter Ego's, given that AE, they had so many ways to actually start a fight. Tech charge from Alec. You could also start with a rogue real-world manipulation, you know, compromise Team Spirit's entrance. And then you can also just start with random pokes from the Phoveus and the CC. These deadly side lanes are not to be trifled with. Team Spirit knows this. That's why Sunset Lover would often try and help set up a kill with the help of One Shot. And really, that's all Team Spirit had, One Shot. Because Hiko, yes, was rocking a vengeance, knowing that he would end up fighting a lot in the front line. Just did not take off. Yes, he built his, what, 4th, 5th item? He got there, ladies and gentlemen. He got there. It's just everything had to fall in line and in place for Team Spirit, and they would only do that if Alter Ego just stood there to take it.
Yeah, and I feel like we talked about the damage profile earlier from the previous match because the front line from Alter Ego really has to be talked about here. It's not just the Grok, right? The Grok with the Phoveus, it just made it so that there's no threat going against the backline of Alter Ego unless they themselves just move forward and be exposed towards that threat.
But that's the thing, right? I'm pretty sure we're going to see in the highlights like the perfect example of why this particular comp was designed, right? This Phoveus is so good because it feels like you're walking through mud. But the mini stuns, like the knockbacks, the dark wave, there's so many things on top of the fact that I think that AE is really good at not only just juggling towers, but in team fights, chaining their CC. It's near perfect every single time.
Yeah, right now we're going to look at the MVP of that game. And again, I gotta say, Alter Ego, if they go for a draft where you do want to fight, but make sure that it's simple enough to execute, it looks a lot better. Alec is the MVP by Real Me here, 1, 2, and 15. And again, you just take the shots from Hardy to be like, yeah, I'm a rock, you give cards, I don't care.
Take it, I'll take it. Even when he fell, that weird one death he had mid-game, I think that was worth it. He ate a lot from Team Spirit at a time where Team Spirit could not afford to throw out that many just for the singular roamer of Alter Ego. One more thing to consider is the fact that his Rampart compromises so much. You're looking at Sawo's, Khalid Sawo. Or Sawo's Khalid, I was going to say it right all along. You're looking at that Khalid, which is one of the main sources of vision for Team Spirit. It's made all the more harder for him to just go around, use his Sandwalker by a single skill. So consider that, with one hero, he does so much on the offense and the defense.
Yeah, it's so much and more so. How many times does Sawa actually have to use the Raging Sandstorm to get out? Like moments like this, right? And I'm pretty sure we're going to see a couple more as Yasuke generally is able to kind of walk around the entirety of the team. As smaller mistakes occur, I would have wished at the very least we saw that one shot was able to kind of diverge from the path. I feel like AE, they had super good reads on where he was on the map with minimal information and at almost zero cost.
Looking back at the draft here, it's amazing to see that they have a lot of ways to engage, but more importantly, they also have ways to disengage, because we can see how if a fight actually breaks through, it really is on Nino as well as RP to kind of make sure that they don't go away, right? So start out the fight, fine. Alec, Hijume, try to start something. And then when someone actually engages, Nino is there to be like, yeah, try to move, I'm just going to keep on knocking you up.
And I like RP's select choice of sprint on the CC. It's so good. There's no one to stop you from running through. Just run. The difference between the faster cooldown of the sprint and the flicker made a world of difference to end this game much, much quicker, denying Team Spirit that inevitable comeback. So ending it at 17:34, definitely a lesson, because last game ended about 8 minutes more at 24:45. AE said, no, never again.
Honestly, like looking at this game, just slightly worried about one shot on this Harley. Like really not performing all that well, and I feel like with the build that one shot had, basically almost full build and still not able to deal a lot of damage over to Alec, this really seems like a hero where unless you get the right target, you're kind of not doing much.
Yeah. I think the draft also kind of influences this. I'm trying to look for the first time we saw a successful Harley. I'm pretty sure the damage was more burst. Sunset Lover could not deal enough magic damage to complement and make that deadly magic actually deadly.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? The way that AE was playing, a lot of their fights were full-on team fights, and moments where you see members who were targeted by the deadly magic, the body blocks were coming in from not only Nino, people like Yasuke would get involved, people like Hijume would get involved in these small moments, even sometimes when they are the targets. Arfi, this is why, exactly like you mentioned, the sprint is useful.
Okay, so in hindsight, it was slightly more DOT than burst, but it's definitely easier to use DOT. This is the Kimmy. The Eve was the debut combo in mid by Aurora Gaming. So it's easier to swipe away and to deal damage with the Void Blast and the Void Crystals than it is to get an actual bead on your opponents with a Kimmy. So my point stands. I think it was really, really hard for one shot to get the full potential of this hero.
Yeah, so I kind of feel like for both of these teams, because they do like to fight, you kind of have to go for a composition that's kind of straightforward, where it's a bit weird, but you have to be honest in the sense that you kind of don't want to trick yourself as well, because this does seem like teams that are very micro-centric. I would say Team Spirit has a little bit more macro, but again, in essence, they like to fight.
Yeah.
Right. So make sure that you have all the options to actually stop your opponents from doing things, and that you have enough damage to actually get a kill if someone actually gets a good catch.
Yeah, I think that the slight adjustments they probably could have made here is now that they see, hey, we have to make the trade, the Grok, Sawo, you're going to get this Khalid,